Today, we're going to talk about comedy. Humor is subjective, but there are several broad categories of comedy movies that you should know about. As it turns out, Mr. Bean is a master of all these categories. Let's start out by watching a clip from one of his movies. One common type of comedy is absurd comedy. Mr. Bean is a master of doing things that no ordinary person would or could do. Slapstick is the word for extreme physical comedy, like the kind Mr. Bean is using here. The way he moves his body in so many crazy ways is hilarious. Slapstick comedy often involves things that would kill a normal person, which is also hilarious. A third type of comedy is called parody. Parody means imitating other forms of art for humorous effect, whether it be other movies, TV shows, musicians, or even opera singers. Great comedy often uses unexpected things or takes them to an unexpected level in order to make us laugh. Some of the greatest comedians manage to combine all these techniques into their performances. Let's take a look at some other comedies to see these techniques in action. Slapstick is the oldest form of comedy and has been in use since before movies had sound. This technique is very useful if you can't speak English. Slapstick comedians such as Charlie Chaplin have been making us laugh for nearly 100 years. Here's an example from 1931. Notice how much the actors are able to communicate using only body language and facial expressions. This was very important in the time before we could record the actors' voices, and it's still important today. Mr. Bean has made his entire career out of TV shows and movies where he makes us laugh without saying a word. Slapstick comedy often gets its humor from things that would kill a normal person, such as in this clip from Home Alone. Notice the pacing and timing of the gags. The time between the jokes is as important as the jokes themselves. Sometimes knowing what's going to happen to the person before it happens makes it even funnier. We know these guys are meant to suffer. It's the build-up that makes it so funny. Please don't hurt yourself making a movie. Comedies often get laughs by defying our expectations, or even the conventions of traditional movies. Absurd comedy often makes use of what's called a straight man, a normal person who is there to react to the craziness around him.
And I'm late for a luncheon.
We usually don't pick up hitchhikers, but I'm gonna go with my instinct on this one. Saddle up, partner. You're it. You're it. You're it. Quincy's!
Any quincies? You're at quincies. No any quincies, no startsies.
You can't do that.
Can't do?
Cannot. Stamped it.
Can't do double stamped it, no erases.
Cannot. Triple stamped it. No erases. Touch blue, make it true.
No. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. You can't triple stamp a double stamp, Lloyd. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. Lloyd, you
Guys! Enough! Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Guys!
Fellas, you think we could listen to the radio or something?
Radio? Who needs a radio? Ready, Harry? Mock.
Yeah.
Ing.
Yeah.
Bird.
Yeah.
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 Mockingbird, don't everybody have you heard?
Have you heard?
She's gonna buy me a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird don't sing, she's gonna buy me a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring don't shine.
Hey, Lloyd, look, there's some people who want to ride too.
Pick 'em up.
Birds. Rabbit! Police squad! Follow that black car!
Parodies are absurd,
The car! Follow that
slapstick
car.
versions of other kinds of movies.
Signal. Now pull into traffic.
Serious types of movies, such as this police drama,
Try and ease
make for
off
the
on
best
brake.
parodies.
Give it a little gas.
I know a shortcut. Turn left here. There he is.
Easy.
Turn right. Follow him to the right.
It's okay. Now, normally you would not be going 65 down the wrong way of a one-way street. Apply the brakes. Now put it in reverse. All right, Stephanie, gently extend your arm. Extend your middle finger. Very good. Well done.
Subverting expectations is a key element of comedy filmmaking. This scene begins looking like a romance movie. Our bumbling but lovable hero encounters a beautiful girl in an idyllic French village. Notice the use of a push-in to show the impact she has on him. The music, the warm colors, and the use of slow motion make this feel romantic. But then, suddenly, war has invaded this peaceful French village. Maybe our hero can rescue the girl, and that's how their romance will begin. Once again, we have been tricked by our own expectations. They were just shooting a commercial. She does not look happy. Misunderstandings like this are common in both comedy and romance movies. It doesn't look good for Mr. Bean and his potential romance.
Crazy for the taste of fruitsy yogurt.
But don't worry. In romantic comedies, the hero always gets the girl in the end. While we're here, I guess I'll talk about romance movies as well. The best way to make your movie look romantic is to use bright, warm colors, slow moving camera, soft focus, and to have a lot of two shots with your romantic leads. Get close enough to see the emotion on their faces. That's all there is to it.
That wasn't funny!
Yeah.